Hello everybody, my name is Roke here, and today we're going to be talking about all things Legion Remix. Where have I been? Don't worry about it. We're back and better than ever, and from Mop Classic to Legion Remix to Midnight and beyond, we're back with all things WoW. So, without further ado, for the first time in a long time, sit back, grab a snack, and let's dive into all things Legion Remix. First things first, what the hell is Legion Remix? Why should I care about it, and when is it even coming? Well, to start off, Legion Remix is the second iteration of a game mode Blizzard has dubbed Remix. The first iteration came at the tail end of Dragonflight and was called Pandaria Remix, and allowed players to play through the Mist of Pandaria expansion again with new time-running characters, letting you experience the content as if it was new but with modern talents and classes. Legion Remix aims to do the same while offering more rewards than ever before, and even some now unobtainable things that we'll get into later. Legion Remixed is an event that will give players the opportunity to level characters extremely fast before the Midnight expansion. At its peak, Pandaria Remix characters could level from 1 to max in just under an hour, making it by far the fastest leveling method the game has ever seen. Not to mention the troves of cosmetics to get, including mounts, pets, toys, transmogs, and more. There has never been a better reason to give the Remix event a try. Plus, Legion Remix is expected to arrive alongside the 11.2.7 content update, which should be arriving about halfway into Season 3's lifespan, so it'll be a nice mix-up for those who may be getting a bit fatigued of all of Koresh's content. Now let's talk about the meat on the bones. What can I get from Legion Remix? Well, I'm going to take this section by section so you know exactly what is and isn't coming back, so you can set your expectations appropriately. Starting off, we're going to be talking about a hot topic in the community currently, and that's the Mage Tower. The Mage Tower in Legion was a sort of pinnacle challenge, where players could opt into one of 10 challenges depending on your spec, and if they walked out victorious, they would get a unique appearance for their artifact weapon, or in the case of druids, some snazzy new forms. Unfortunately, it has been confirmed that this version of the Mage Tower will not be returning, as Blizzard feels it would be disingenuous to bring back the original rewards, as it will be far easier to complete the Mage Tower in an infinitely scaling remix event. We do expect to see the Mage Tower in Legion Remix, but it will most likely be a contained remix, see what I did there, rewards to be more appropriate for the content. Next up, I'm going to talk about transmogs and mounts. We received a confirmation from Blizzard that the Legion Remix event will contain more rewards than the previous Remix event, which contained 32 never-before-seen mounts and all transmog ensembles from the Mist of Pandaria expansion. What this means is that you can expect to obtain hundreds of appearances and at least 30 new mounts for your collection over the course of the event. Legion Remix is also bringing back an extremely rare and now unobtainable mount in the form of the Violet Spellwing. This was the ahead-of-the-curve mount for Antorus the Burning Throne, and is considered rare solely because it was only available for that season. This has been met with mixed reception to players, but overall it's nice to see some of WoW's vaulted content make a return. Although if they're gonna do this, why not the Mage Tower? I digress though. Now we're going to go over some of the content you can expect to see in Legion Remix, as it's actually a bit more complex than the previous event. First off, we're going to see a sort of experimentation into world tiers for Legion Remix, and maybe even World of Warcraft as a whole in the future. If any of you are familiar with Diablo, they have always separated their world into difficulty levels, like Torment or Hell, and it seems WoW is on the way to do the same. During Legion Remix, players will be able to opt into what they're calling the Shattered Timeline. This is an opt-in difficulty setting that players can challenge themselves with for both leveling and open-world endgame content. In this difficult mode, everything went wrong according to Blizzard, and open-world players will be challenged in new and exciting ways. What exactly this means is yet to be seen, but you can expect a lot of hard-hitting mobs and hopefully higher loot as a result. Mythic Plus was introduced in the Legion expansion, and it seems we'll be getting a remixed version of it as well in Legion Remix. Blizzard has already outright challenged players for Legion Remix to push keys as high as they can go, and expect players to push key levels only imaginable by retail standards. The full system will be available in Legion Remix, and you can expect to see some crazy antics, like plus 50 keys and maybe even solo keys. I touched on it a bit earlier with the Violet Spellwing, but we do have a couple other now unobtainable items returning that players will be able to get their hands on in Legion Remix. One of these will be the Mythic Chosen Dead ensembles for classes. These were obtainable for completing the Trial of Valor raid in Legion on Mythic difficulty without anyone in the raid dying, and is considered a rare achievement in of itself. You'll also be able to obtain the Legion pre-patch appearances as a sort of legacy boost for your armor collections as well. So I'm sure you're wondering, how will I actually obtain any of this? Well, the Remixed event solely relies on a currency called Bronze. Bronze is obtained from everything in Remix, no matter what content you are or aren't doing. Bronze will be falling from the sky. The price of items usually depends on how rare it is, such as how in Pandaria Remix, some of the raid mounts could run you 50,000 bronze, but the new recolor mounts would only cost a measly 2,500. Bronze is very easily obtained throughout the event, and dedicated players will have more than enough time to get every single reward from the event if their heart desires. Now another note is that the Legion Remix event, if it goes the same pace as Pandaria Remix, should end around the time of the Midnight expansion launch. At the end of Legion Remix, all time-running characters will be given a set of boosted level 80 gear and be converted to retail servers. This is a great opportunity to boost your character roster, so make sure you plan out what characters you might want to play. Maybe even that cheeky third Demon Hunter spec that we're totally not getting. And I do believe that that is all the confirmed information we have for Legion Remix at this time. There is sure to be a lot more information to come as we approach that likely October-November release date, so be on the lookout when Season 3 drops for some more news on the game mode as a whole, and stick around the channel for new uploads as well, because I have been gone a while, and we gotta talk about all things Koresh, Pandaria, and even some crazy rumors going on in the classic space. Nevertheless though, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell icon, and until next time, I'll catch you all next time. See ya!